So, column 3, let them eat, let them drink, let them pass a festal day. When they have finished, you speak to Anubis, saying, dost thou make inquiry for me? If he says at once, you say to him, the entity who will make my inquiry today, let him stand up. If he says he has stood up, you say to him, say to Anubis, carry off the things from the midst. You cry before him, instantly saying, O Agathodaman of today, Lord of today, O thou whose these moments are, you cause him to say to Anubis, the entity who will inquire for me today, let him tell me his name. When he stands up and tells his name, you ask him concerning everything that you wish. It's spirit gathering. You take 7 new bricks before they have been moved so as to turn them to the other face. You take them, you being pure without touching them, against anything on earth, and you place them in their manner in which they were placed again, and you place 3 tiles under the oil, and the other 4 tiles you arrange them about the child, without touching any part of him against the ground, or 7 palm sticks, you treat them in this fashion also. And you take 7 clean loaves and arrange them around the oil with 7 lumps of salt. And you take a new dish and fill it with clean oasis oil, and add to the dish gradually, without producing cloudiness, so that it becomes clear exceedingly. And you take a boy pure before he is gone with the woman. You speak down into his head, while he stands previously, whether he will be profitable in going to the vessel. If he is profitable, you make him to lie on his belly. You clothe him with a clean linen tunic. You call down into his head, there being a girdle on the upper part of the tunic. You utter this invocation that is above down into his head, he gazing downward, looking into the oil, for 7 times his eyes being closed. When you have finished, you make him open his eyes. You ask him about what you desire. You do it until the time of the 7th hour of the day. The invocation that you utter down into his head, previously to test him in his ears, as whether he will be profitable in going to the vessel. Formula, noble ibis, falcon, hawk, noble and mighty. Let me be purified in the manner of the noble Isis falcon, hawk, noble and mighty. You utter this down into his head 7 times. When you utter this, then his ears speak. If his 2 ears speak, he is very good. If it be his right ear, he is good. If it be his left ear, he is bad. Prescription for enchanting the vessel quickly, so that the entities enter and tell. You answer truthfully. You put the shell of crocodile's egg, R, that which is inside it, on the flame. It will be enchanted instantly. Prescription to make them speak. You put a frog's head on the brazier. Then they speak. Prescription for bringing the entities in by force. You put the bile of a crocodile with pounded frankincense on the brazier. If you wish to make them come in quickly, you put stalks of anise on the brazier together with the eggshell, as above. Then the charm works at once. If you wish to bring in a living man, you put sulfate of copper on the brazier. Then he comes in. If you wish to bring in a spirit, you put sour stone with stone of ilk on the brazier. Then the spirit comes in. You put the heart of a hyena or a hare, excellent. If you wish to bring in a drowned man, you put in sea curbstone on the brazier. If you wish to bring in a murdered man, you put donkey's dung with an amulet of Nephthys on the brazier. Then he comes in. If you wish to make all of them depart, you put ape's dung on the brazier. Then they all depart to their place. And if you utter their spell of dismissal also. If you wish to bring in a thief, you put crocus powder with alum on the brazier. The charm which you pronounce when you dismiss them to their place. Good. dispatch, joyful dispatch. If you wish to make the entities come into you, and that vessel work its magic quickly, then you take a scarab and drown it in the milk of a black crow and put it on the brazier. Then it works like magic in the moment named, and the light comes. An amulet to be bound to the body of him who has the vessel, to cause it to work magic quickly. You take a band of linen of 16 threads, 4 of white, 4 of blue, 4 of green, 4 of blue, 4 of red, and make them into one band, and stand them with the blood of a hoopoe, and then you bind it with the scarab in its attitude of the sun entity, drowned, being wrapped in byssus, and you bind it to the body of a boy who has the vessel, and will work magic quickly. There being nothing, the world better than it. Now, okay, white, green, blue, red. So could this be? This is the directions all divided into 4 sub-directions, right? For the alchemical, fire of, air of, sort of that symbolism you can tie to that, right? And so, I mean, you don't need some magical book to tell you that when you burn poop, it repels things. But if you burn flowers, it's an attractive smell, and someone might be interested and head their way into a building. Now, if you're married or something, sexual relationships wouldn't, I mean, with your spouse, wouldn't, I mean, why would they defile? Unless you're doing something really off the wall, maybe. Well, modern society, nothing's really off the wall, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't, but, and killing some animal that doesn't need to be killed. Yeah, this classifies as what the Arabs would call sihr, the evil magic, definitely involving entities of, the fire beings, you would call them. Just, responding to sort of things that would be done. But I'll go into the comments after I read this part, right? Mie, wamu, mie, sru, mie, aru, hu, nafer, ew, wa, e, arkas, a, nup, z, anan, e, ark, shund, mie, f, zit, hat, e, ark, zanif, zip, natter, nut, ne, ar, pe, shun, napahu, me, araf, ah, artaf, f, za, ahf, e, ark, zatnaf, za, zias, na, nup, za, fe, n, nuk, nut, mate, e, ark, ash, hataf, pie, hatet, zapa, shaya, na, pahu, pa, nub, naphu, pa, nata, puff, pe, nye, wantu, e, arak, ta, araf, zatas, ne, anup, zap, natra, nut, ne, shun, nye, na, pahu, nye, araf, za, ne, ranaf, f, ah, arataf, nataf, za, ranaf, e, arak, shantaf, amatat, nub, nut, e, arak, waf, puff, swah, ayah, har, anyak, tabe. A matat nub nut arat wahaf path swah aya har anyik tabe. A matat nub nut arak wahaf path swah aya har anyak tabe. A patat nub nut arak wahaf path swah aya har anyak tabe. A matat nub nut arak wahaf path swah aya har anyak tabe. A matat nub nut arak wahaf path swah aya har anyak tabe. A matat nub nut arak wahaf path swah aya har anyak tabe. Namye ab ar tawyum namu apan aw apa ka har arak fatyu arak wab na wash na zahu a nate dab na pat natak samnatu pa pa wa ke a wanawa samnat namaf an natak samna tabe. Samnyat nyamaf an natak samna tabe. Samnyat nyamaf an natak samna tabe. Harpa nahat takat tabat. Harpa nahat takat tabat. Harpa nahat kat tabat. Harpa nahat takat tabat. Harpa nahat takat tabat. Harpa nahat takat tabat. Harpa nahat kat tabat. Natak sarun pa pat na pa ham ho wa na wash za at nataf apa aitan naga aya za at nataf ap ayatan naga pa sah at nataf apa ayatan naga pa sah at nataf apa atyan naga pata sah at nataf apa at aitan naga pa sah at nataf ap aitan naga pa sah at nataf apa aitan naga. Attack aru napia samta an attack and yet attack aru napia samta an natak and yet natak 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 aru napia samta an natak Anyet Natak Aru Lapia Samta An Natak Anyet Natak Aru Lapia Samta An Natak Anyet El Wab Natak Staru Napa Not Napa Naha Arma Kiak Natak Staru Napia Pata Napa Naha Arma Kiak Natak Saru Napia Pata Pa Napa Naha Arma Natak Natak Saru Napa Pata Napa Naha Arma Natak Natak Saru Napa Pata Napa Naha Arma Kiak Natak Saru Napa Pata Napa Naha Arma Kiak Natak Saru Napa Pata Napa Naha Arma Kiak Naham Natak Anna Wat Bat Anet Nimir Natak Bahasan Naha Na Wa F Wab Natakat At Bat Anet Hum Subsan Na Wash Nat Hap Hagisa Nataf Hap F Sataf Ma Shus Shupsan Natak Ane Wa Humhol F Wab Abir Tefsha Arme Sahmat Arak Za Ahre Han Zazaf F Ah Rataf At Hat Zan F Ar Shu Na Sha Ap Han F Hap F Ar Shu Ar Kut Ta Satrf Ahar Hataf Arak Hapasaf Na Wat Shantat Na Agyut As Wab Arak Ash Hare Han Zazaf One Wa Ret Nat Ret Haryaf Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Hare Han Zazaf F Kashap Ahre Nu Ahanpa Nahe Shahsap Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Ahre Han Zazaf F Kashap Ahre Nu Ahan Pa Nahe Shahsap Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Ahare Han Zazaf F Kashap Ahare Nu Ahan Pa Nahe Shahsap Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Ahare Han Zazaf F Kashap Ahare Nu Ahan Pa Nahe Shahsap Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Ahare Han Zazaf F Kashap Ahare Nu Ahan Pa Nahe Shahsap Nat Shantat Arak Ash Pie Ash Nat Hare Ahare Han zazaf f kashap ahara nu ahan pa nahe shashap nat shantat arak ash pie ash nat hare ahar han zazaf f kashap ahara nu ahan pa nahe shashap yurtaf hatam arak wah arakit araf one yurtaf arak shantaf apnate arak wahaf har arakafish up nu na pat hatam arak wah arakat araf one yurtaf arak shantaf up nate arak wahaf har arakafish pandun pat hatam arak wah arakatat araf one yartaf arak shantaf apa nta arak wahaf har arakafish apnu na pat hatam arak wah arakat araf one yartaf arak shantaf apnata arak wahaf har arakafish panu the pat hatam arak wa arakataf araf one yartaf arak shantaf up nata arak wahaf har arakaf no napat hatam arak wah arakat araf one yartaf arak shantaf apa arak wahaf har arakaf no napat hatap arak wah arakat araf one yartaf arak shantaf apa nata arak wahaf har arakaf shapa no napat napu paash nata arak ashu ahara han zazaf na hat zantaf na naf mes zo na an f ir shu sha har pa hada zamtat hab shapas nasher bak shapas patat mia wada mia kia hab shapas nasher bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak shapas apatat arak ash mia hre han zazaf shashap bak Shuppas apatet erk ash nia hare han zatat shaship bak shuppas apatet erk ash nia hare han zazat shaship arkat au nia har matat neth mas zu ahab nata taf mas matat neth mazu ahab nata taf mas matat na nafrf ma shus subsan f hub pat mas's wadam pa na nafrf f hub ep pa na banaf pahrat na pahar pahana pa katag na ta na true ay ahan na tau za nak wa na matat mat arak ta kukpa na sohat na a sec. Masa naga pa nut hunts at satat har pachraf pia atet pachrat at arum za rekta tapna quorum a pa ah her aru za pachrat a anya na natru ahan na knas arkat sah na mas ha her anta sak a pa ah arak wa at aru ag ahan na tak an arkat han alis ap ah aramet kuka na sohat nat hare har pachraf pia hate arak wa a anya rum f an a han arakat ga al ag ansa apa ah har awf ahan arak wa a ne a ya a han arak taswar har ne na yala apa ah har aw pa ayah a han arak tahat na hiat na ga want the fur subsun arak wa a nia hase a han arkat da a ben yam a pa a ark wa a ane rum f mut a han arkat has na o hers nabit hat a pa ah her awaf a han ark wa at shaw do traw ark ta hasan Apa ah her aru sha nu apa wa ma trau natak ash tau ra na watu an arak wa a ane aze ahan arak ta haka a wagwas har abant up ah ha sash ata ark ash ark shan what wa tau ma what nefer what rasha arak wa at ara na true I nak a han te pa han pahar na tucker arak a nye wa mahara natak ta chef na hase han pa art na ahat kamt natak kief a pa ah her paraf nat wanet na rents natapa win hap was a murf a hataf nap nat har hana a ta araf par na tak tak e arak anya we suit na ayu na ya. $16 for ton hut for ton what for ta shut for ton a tamet na tek aru na wa suit na tek sapu na sanaf na gupat na tek marf na wa mahara na ahat dapper hasye f qas na habas na satan natak marf a hataf na pa hamho nat har pa han har paharf na takra man matat napta. And on to the comment. So let's go in reverse order with the comment this time around. And we're seeing a comparison with the sun's glory here. And Ahaf Nipara is the Ken Taran Haliakon Ton Tas Ib Actinas Akanta, the true scarab, you know. And drowned. Okay, the blessed is a euphemism for drowned, and I guess yes here. So a similar figure to the Christian myth of Jesus, the whole, you know, sort of a baptized into the next life sort of thing, are dedicated after you're dead, right? An ek theoson, the deification, the blessed dead, not yet forgotten. And we have this phrase that relates to all this. Labon magalon ek theoson pagae Adati Kailabon Cantharus Salhaniacus Duo Excelson Adati Patamio. And of course, we're seeing the little flag axe thing. And we're seeing other phrases relating to be drowned being related to all this. And going away with the drawing, the presence of the rituals that you perform, perhaps, you know, you want to indulge in all that, but some things you want to chase away. But I don't know about setting up a ritual space where you have nice flowers and all sorts of stuff to bring them in, but I'm gonna well, go back to your place and you pull out a bunch of crap. It's like, oh, I'm trying not to hurt myself laughing because of my probably getting a secondary infection from this respiratory ailment. Well, I'm fighting it off. It's not as bad as yesterday. So the crab or the crayfish, the sea carob, distinguish it from the krabos, the beetle. You know, we're looking at the at the moon card of the tarot sort of themes going on here. We have the par relating to tap as a horn, the bone of a donkey or a hoopoe. I don't know why you have to kill all these different animals. Of course, they're showing that you're willing to kill for them in order to get these spirits or demons to, you know, do their work or not do their work. It's still up to them, which is interesting. But they want you to break through the morality that, or the theology or whatever that keeps you from doing that sort of thing. And of course, we're referring the ninth hour of the day or night, right? So the ninth hour would be of the day would be that approaching like 3 o'clock. You know, not daylight savings time, but high noon. You know, the sun's the highest at 12. You know, are likewise 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Well, I mean, the divisions of the night. Just assume they're even. 12 hours, sunrise to sunset, sunset to sunrise. Divide those into 12 hours apiece, and that's what we're talking about. And referring to the masculine and the feminine. Whether you worship masculine and feminine or neither, definitely you evoke that of yourself. Loincloths, so you want to have a certain level of modesty and a certain real oil, you know, you want to make yourself not only modest, but nice in a way. And another element of these sorts of rituals here is to wish. Not just using, you know, not just, okay, there's going to be a ritual. You got to put your intention into it. And involve what you worship or what you spiritually communicate with in your meals. And you may want to use the basic materials, bricks and all that stuff. Sharma, peace be upon you.